Hey, Prime My Body family, Jonas Crafts here, Coach Crafts, ready to talk to y'all about week one of our 180 total body reset system. I'm joined today by the lovely Liliana, who's on the protocol with us. She's done the protocol before, she's crushed it. So we're gonna have a little bit of banter back and forth about what happens for week one. So many of y'all started this past weekend. Liliana, I know you started your fat loading just one day ago, so you're on day two of fat loading. So we'll get going, and kind of we're going to pick your brain about what you did from the first time you did it to where you're at now, kind of where your mindset is, because this is the fun part. This week one, Liliana, as you know, and everybody listening, week one, this is the week that you will lose the most amount of weight. Liliana, was that true for you the first time you went to this?
Yes, definitely was. Yes, week one was kind of tricky getting started the first round. I know what to expect second round, so I know what I need to change and do better this time for sure.
Heck yeah. So, we're going to get started here, and I'm going to run through the book with y'all as well. So if you're on with us, this is great. And obviously this is going to be recording for everybody that's seeing what we're doing here, because we really want to show you what's going on within the protocol. So as we finished off last week, Liliana, you're in phase one right now, continuing. We're doing Vibe morning, noon, and night. And then these are the foods that we get to eat. Liliana, how much weight have you gained so far?
As of yesterday, 4 pounds, and then today's second day of fat loading. So okay. I'm hoping at least another 2 today. Put me over that 5 pounds.
We'll rock and roll it. See, y'all, in the book, this tells you all the fun facts, and this is what I told y'all last time. It's read through the fun facts. Why do I load? What's going on with my body? Because I know I see some of y'all on the Facebook page saying, why is this working again? I know it worked, but tell me why it's working again. All the info is right here. This is the slingshot effect. It's just called biohacking. We get the body to work for us, not against us, like it's been doing for X amount of months or years, maybe even some decades. We're going, how come nothing's changing? So we're going to keep this nice and simple. We go into phase two. Liliana, you got phase two starting tomorrow. How excited are you? Have you went and got your groceries? Are you on your way to go get groceries right now?
Oh, I did that this weekend. One thing I am changing up is I'm doing a lot more fresh food. I think the first time I did a lot of frozen food, I didn't like that. So I'm switching it up this time. I bought a bunch of fresh stuff, so I'll be at the store every few days. And I actually did a lot of fresh meat. I actually went to a butcher and got live animals for my meat this time, so I'm excited.
Hey, classy. Yeah, so this can be done anyway, but yes, I'm like Liliana. I like fresh food. I like organic food. And then I like to liven it up with all the seasonings and herbs that we can use to make food taste good. There's so many protocols out there, and I'm just going to call those what they are. Those are diets, and they make you eat cardboard. Well, no joke. If you eat cardboard, that's not fun, but you're going to lose weight. What we want is real foods. We want to enjoy those foods again, those seasonings again. So you know what? This food tastes so much better. I feel so much more satiated as well than me eating, pizza, frozen pizza called in, or fast food. You're just going, man, there's so many carbs. I remember, Liliana, when I was loading, not this time, but the last time, there's so many Taco Bell commercials that come on. I go, you know what? I haven't had Taco Bell since probably college. Let me go get the Taco Bell. That was the worst ever. I don't know what they do to video or to commercials. And then in real life, have you eaten Taco Bell? It was like this much meat.
Tacos ever.
Yeah, and I had the gorditas. I mean, all bread and a little bit of meat, a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of cheese. And I go, why? What is the infatuation with this? Like, they get you good, but that's what marketing does. Marketing does this to all of us, because we sit there and we see it time and time again. Especially if you watch football like I do, it's the playoffs. So you're seeing so many fast foods, so many pizza commercials that you really don't understand and notice that until you do a protocol like this, where we say, cut that out and let's eat real food. And then you start looking at that and you're going, why does that pizza actually look really good? Because the last time I ordered it, it wasn't. This is just, it's continually coming in to the brain of, eat Papa John's, And so you go, hey, you know what do y'all want to do? Hey, let's order Papa John's. Because you see it and see it and see it. That's what marketing does. Again, it's never the best or the healthiest product or company out there that wins. What product wins? The ones that do the best at marketing. The ones that can get the market share. Those are the very best companies in the world. Case in point, the best burger in the world. I don't care what you say. If you're looking financially, it's McDonald's. They have distribution. Now you go, okay, I can have McDonald's, or I can grill my own hot dog or a burger and make it taste really, really good. But McDonald's will beat you every day of the week because they have distribution. They have marketing. They're continually out there putting their stuff out there. So we want to cut all that off. We want to get into phase 2. How do we get into phase 2? How do we start burning the fat? This is the most important phase. So again, we want to pick an 8-hour window, 16-hour fast, 8-hour window. Liliana, I know you're busy. I know you have other companies. What is your 8-hour window that you like to abide by?
I normally start, my first meal starts probably about 1 o'clock, to be honest. I've never been a morning person, so I feel like the fasting just works for me. And I try to make sure I take my break to have my meals. I'll have my snack with it at the same time so that I make sure I'm nice and full, because I have a busy day. I forget to eat sometimes. I really do. I like to be honest about it, and that's where I would, pretty much die out on a lot of my other, programs I was on, is because I would starve all day and then just go pick up the quickest thing. With this, it's easy for me just to pack simple meals to go. There's nothing extravagant about it, but the menu is still tasteful, which is one thing that I enjoy. I'm a huge foodie. So I like to make sure whatever I'm eating is going to taste good at the same time.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that's what it needs to do. So yeah, I'm the same way. Today, I had a very busy day. I didn't eat lunch until 3 p.m. So
Yeah.
I'm giving myself until 9 or 10 p.m. tonight. So that way I can have my 8-hour window. I'm not trying to force it on. I like the noon to 8. That kind of helps me. But today was just one of those busy days at the office. Phone calls, clients, those happen. So don't go, well, I missed lunch. Now can I only have dinner? No. Just move your 8-hour window. Again, if your 8-hour window needs to go to a 10-hour window because of the day, that's fine. But make sure you get your calories in. Okay, let's get our proteins, get our veggies, get our fruits in. Your body will be so much happier. So again, we want breakfast. With lunch, we're going to have 100 grams of protein, 100 grams, 4 ounces. We don't have to count it to the T. You're going to hear me say this all the time. I don't mind you. If we're going to err, I want you to err on the plus side of calories, not the minimal side of calories, because that'll get you in trouble every day of the week. And sometimes y'all might look on your scale. If you don't have a scale that reads all the diagnostics like percent body fat, hydration, muscle mass. I had a patient come in my office today, and she started hitting me maybe Thursday last week. Jonas, I've been at standstill. I said, okay, just relax. Don't. She's like, I wanted to eat queso. I wanted to do just relax. So she comes in today, she loses 7 pounds of body fat, gains 4 pounds of hydration, another 3 pounds of lean body mass. So her body composition went from fat and muscle and went, even though she stayed the same weight, the composition, she goes, yeah, my rings, yeah, my watches, yeah, my clothes. But again, society says, what is the number? Not what is the percent body fat? That's what we should be asking ourselves. What is the percent body fat? What does the curvature look like? What does the composition look like within the body? And so we're so focused on that number on the scale. It doesn't have to be the number on the scale. I always say, what is that number made out of? So she came in, weighed exactly the same that she did last week, but we see her numbers completely changed. Muscle, hydration, lean body mass all went up. The body fat went down. She dropped 2 points in visceral fat too. And she's like, oh my God, those aha moments. So don't beat yourself up over the scale. Look at everything else. That's why we measure inches. If you're diabetic, check your glucose levels. If you have high blood pressure, check your blood pressure levels. There's so many other diagnostics that we can check that really help us understand that what we're doing really is working. So let's get over here to the approved foods. Liliana, what are your favorite foods here when we look at proteins?
Oh gosh. Definitely I love that I can still have my lean beef and my chicken breasts. Those are my 2 favorite for sure.
Yeah.
I what threw me off, I never knew salmon wasn't a lean fish to have. So that was something new that I learned, because before, when I would diet, I could eat salmon like crazy. So I know now not to do that. And I like that this program comes with this journal, because I know a lot of people don't understand what they should be eating, the portion size, so on and so forth. So this journal is definitely amazing to have with this program.
Yeah. So when we have this, like today, I came home and had shrimp and lettuce, right? That was what I had. I was like, man, what can I have fast? Because it was already 3:30. I haven't eaten. I was so ready to eat. because I normally eat at noon. So I had some shrimp that was frozen, just put it in some water, let it do it, put it in my salad, good to go. So that way I got my protein and I got my fish. So I'm always a big chicken and a big beef person. Buffalo, I'll do here and there. Venison, veal, personally, I've never done. Lobster, I've done sometimes. Shrimp, and then all the whitefish I'll do. I have cod always in the freezer. Flounder I have in the freezer. Those are always good to have. Even sometimes our prime protein shake. Oh, that's what I'm going to do for dinner. We have this call. I got another call later. I'm going to do a prime protein shake with spinach, with strawberries, and that will be my dinner for tonight. Just because I didn't have any time to marinate my steaks and or my chicken breast, and so I was like, oh well, you know what? Today will be one of those days where I go nice and light, so I can go a little heavier tomorrow. I might have some beef tomorrow, and kind of just think of things that way. So if you eat the proteins, great. This is what we want. If you're a vegetarian, here's some ideas. That extra large whole egg with 3 egg whites is always good. That cottage cheese is really good. Again, we've had people lose with Beyond Burger, Impossible Burger. If you don't like those, you do not have to eat those. Find something on here that you like. As you start to eat those, then, let's see how your body responds. There's so many, well, can I have this? Can I have that? And can I add this on there? Can I add that on there? Y'all just figure out how your body responds to certain foods. We're going to give you the basic food guide and food list. But again, you have different lives. You might eat at different times. You might like different things. So what worked for somebody else might not necessarily work for you. This is a good overall guide, but maybe there's little things that you can take and you go, hey, you know what? Personally, Jonas, I don't like tilapia. I just don't. I think it's a garbage fish. Is it still on here? Yeah. So you can sit here and go, well, I don't like Beyond Burger. Okay, that's fine. Then don't consume it. If you're vegan, try some of these out. There's proteins that we're trying to get for everybody. This is what I've seen work the very, very, very best for me. There's other people that are vegetarian that have lost 20 pounds, 24 pounds. I'm like, that's awesome. So always cheer everybody on. Whatever your way isn't the only way, but whatever worked for you, that's right for you. So love it, understand it. Don't ever try and pick on somebody because they're eating something different than you. Fresh veggies. Liliana, talk to us about your veggies here.
Oh gosh, I'm so glad that this is the list of veggies because I'm normally very picky, but I can eat me some cabbage. I love tomatoes. The cucumbers are a great snack for me. And I love salads. So this menu I think is amazing. Great to mix and match too throughout the day. You're not going to get bored with it. Lettuce with, you can I make chicken wraps sometimes, or I'll, lean beef inside of lettuce. I mean, just tons of stuff you can do with all these veggies.
Yep. And so right here, pick at least 3 veggies and rotate those. Okay. So don't just go, 2 veggies. Same thing with proteins. I know a lot of people go, well, I only like, this and this. Well, we got to try and add something else. Okay. So we want to rotate food choices daily, and that's going to be your best bet. So yeah, I mean, pick from any of these. Your leafy greens, I'd kind of keep all those in one area. Then get some of your what am I looking at here? Oh my goodness, the asparagus, the cucumbers, the onions, all those, radishes, those are going to go somewhere else, so that way it's not just salad, or leafy green. Try and get some of those heartier veggies in there as well. You're going to feel a lot better. That cabbage, that asparagus, those onions, that celery, or the cucumber, really, those would be good. The radishes, those are going to be really, really good. So have fun with this. Learn something. There's so many awesome recipes that go on the 180. Y'all are the best chefs out there. It's the coolest thing I see. It's like, man, I'm very, very simple. Fruit, same thing. Pick at least 3 fruits, rotate them. If you use a tomato, like we have an amazing meal, and I have that sitting in my refrigerator waiting, but lean ground beef with tomatoes over a bed of lettuce or a bed of cabbage. Oh my God, it's so good. So with that tomato, use the tomato as your fruit, so you can sub it. Keep it simple, miscellaneous. Have fun with garlic, with onion, cilantro, jalapenos, pepperoncini. Those are your herbs. Those are your seasonings. Because I had another lady ask me today, Liliana, she's like, well, Jonas, but how come there's things in there that aren't on the list? I said, oh yeah, like what? She said, like garlic. And I said, well, that's considered an herb. That's a spice. You're not having 4 cloves of garlic. If you are, I don't want to be near you. You're going to sweat it out. Your breath is going to smell like that. But if you have a little bit, Just want to liven up the food. Okay. Juice of 1 lemon a day, tablespoon of skim milk or Greek yogurt, Walden Farm salad dressing. To me, any vinaigrette, light vinaigrette is fine. Coffees and teas. Again, we talk about this. Using caffeine can decrease weight loss by 50%. Y'all, I know many of y'all talk about dandy blends. Core is the bomb. Liliana, have you got the new core in your body yet?
No, I have not. I need to try it.
Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all a little secret right now about the core, and I'll let everybody know this later. But for those of y'all on this call right now, on the label, it does say consume within 2 minutes.
Oh.
Why does it say consume within 2 minutes? The other one didn't say that, Jonas. No, the other one didn't. So just remember, as we eat beets, spinach, all those foods, they're heavy in nitrates. Nitrates are really, really good because when we chew those with our saliva, as long as we didn't break down our saliva like 2 million Americans are doing every morning by using mouthwash that has alcohol in it, alcohol is going to kill the natural nitric oxide gas that's in your mouth, the saliva, to help break down those nitrates. But what happens when we have nitrates? When we consume them, they break down to what's called nitrites, right? The stomach acid breaks nitrates down to nitrites. Once it goes to nitrite, it releases a gas called nitric oxide. Well, here's what we did with the new core. We already broke it down. So the bioavailability is good for everybody. If somebody has leaky gut, maybe they have GERD, and the gut just isn't reset, that gut microbiome is bad. What we did was we took it from the nitrates. We already have it in nitrite formula. So as you take this, as soon as you mix your core in water, it's releasing nitric oxide. So the whole idea is get about 4 ounces of water, 8 ounces of water, put it in there, shake it up, chug it, make it a shot. As you do that, you get that nitrite gas, which is releasing the nitric oxide in the body. That's how you feel so good. I think that's why I'm still not really hungry for dinner yet. Because as I was listening to the doctors discuss this, I was like, hold on, this is something pretty intense. And no, that's not for everybody to listen. Don't say, Jonas, where's the recording of that? I'm letting you know right now, I'm giving you the recording. You want to take that within 2 minutes. So that way you feel a lot better. And yes, that will also help with being in ketosis, right? We're in a state of nutritional ketosis. We're not doing a keto diet. We're not going heavy fat. We're allowing the body to consume its own fat. So we're in something that's called nutritional ketosis, just where we barely hit that ketosis marker. We're not in full-blown ketosis, but we're there knocking it out. And core will really help keep the body in that state of ketosis as well, give it the natural energy that it needs. So I thought that was something really cool that I got to learn today that I wanted to share with everybody, because caffeine is a vasoconstrictor. That's going to make you hungrier. It's going to make you more irritable. It's going to make you go, I'm hungry. I need something, because it's kind of boosting your metabolism. We don't want that. We want everything to be nice and calm and really good, so we can have everything feel its very best. Melba Toast Wassa Cracker. If y'all want the crunch, use those as like in your salads, Liliana. We can use those as
yes, yeah. I learned that my first round, because I'm that person that I noticed my first week, I feel like I was missing that crunch in my life. I'm like, what can I use? And I did the crumbling of the Melba Toast, and it worked perfectly for me.
Heck yeah, that's good stuff. And then any sweeteners, y'all, stevia, monk fruit, xylitol, have fun with that. But those are them. Liliana, for women, this is something really big for women. If they're going to start this protocol, we want to make sure that they're not about to start their cycle.
Yes.
Right? So because remember, week 1 is huge. So if you know your cycle dates, make sure the best time to do it is immediately after your cycle, or within about 2 weeks after that. We don't want to do it within about 10 days of starting your next cycle. So that way we can help the body flush everything out. And yes, women, you can notice this. I don't know if this might have happened to you at all, Liliana, but sometimes women, their cycle reappears again. And
yes.
their bodies, it's kind of just, it's rebalancing out. And so that happens to a lot of women. I know you've probably been hit up on that because you have your body contouring facility where you have, you're selling the heck out of these 180s, and y'all are getting massive results from your clientele. Yeah. You want to talk to us about that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm definitely pairing our 180 with the body contouring. I am putting my clients plus myself on this program first, before we start the body contouring. I mean, we obviously need to clean out, just like you say, our gut before we do anything else. I mean, that's where it all needs to start. I mean, as far as the menstrual cycle, definitely, I did get myself and then my clients as well. Their cycle did appear probably about a week or so earlier than normal. But honestly, a lot of my clients said it was a lot lighter than normal, or their menstrual cramps weren't as bad. So I don't know if that's something that other women experience, but that's the feedback I've been getting when they've done their first 4 weeks off the 180 program.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. In here, I was looking at the chat, Tara. Yes, do you have to eat all your veggies? You don't have to. That's why we put like 3 cups. That's a ton of spinach. Do you have to eat all 3 cups? No, you don't have to. But if you're hungry, go back and finish those 3 cups. Don't go, well, I'm still hungry, so maybe I should snack on something else outside of this list. Because sometimes we give ourselves permission to do that. You don't want to give yourself permission. So, I always kind of tell my patients, I work with a lot of like nurses and they're in hospitals, they're going, Jonas, I get like 2 minutes to try and eat. I said, well, then go eat, and then go back. And then if you can eat again, go back. And if you can eat again, go back. Make this work for your schedule. But if you go, well, I already ate and I'm still hungry. Did you eat all 3 cups of your veggies? Did you have your 4 ounces? In that case, I'm fine with you to have a little bit more of the foods on the list. You don't have to go, well, let me go, delegate my foods from off this list. Oh, let me go have a hot dog. Well, I'm still hungry. So no, don't fall back into those. So yeah, eat what you can, and eat as much as you can, because there's not a lot of calories in veg. There's a lot of minerals. There's a lot of nutrients. There's a ton of antioxidants within those veggies that will help your body really hydrate a lot more. So what to expect during phase 2 fat burning? I call week 1 Hell Week. So welcome to Hell Week. It never gets easier for me. Actually, I will take that back. This time was pretty easy. I did get a headache night 2, all day 2, and it was gone day 3. I really loaded on my probiotics so to get that gut back. But hunger, lightheadedness, weakness, headaches, crankiness, and irritability, intestinal changes, bowel movements. Maybe sometimes you're going to have diarrhea. Maybe sometimes you're going to get constipated. I don't mind diarrhea. I mind constipation. We need to get the body flowing out. Go find some Smooth Move tea. We sell like capsule cleanses at my clinic. Find something that will help you move. A little bit more magnesium in your diet would help. Even magnesium capsules or something like that. A liquid form of magnesium to help the bowels kind of move a little bit more. Activity. This is something really big. Activity. I love the word movement while on this protocol on phase 2. I don't like the words workout or exercise. Movement is what we want to focus on. And so if you look at this, we just want to move about 120 beats per minute. What we're doing right now, we're in fat burning mode if you're sitting still. Liliana, you sitting in your car, your body is burning fat for fuel. Me sitting here at my table, I'm burning fat for fuel. Fat is considered the easiest accessible energy source. You know what we don't have to do, Liliana? We don't have to go to the gym on the cardio machine, moving back and forth, making sure that my heart rate's, 150, 180. Yeah. No, you don't have to kill yourself on this. Let the body flush everything out. When you do that, we can keep the body. I love yoga. That's my favorite. But while I'm on this protocol, I'm yogaed out. It's like, okay, let me do some yoga. Let me get my twists, because I love twisting. I always kind of say yoga is like, as we twist the body, it's like twisting out the water from a towel. You wring it out. Well, I'm going to wring out my midsection, because that's where I hang on to a lot of my fat. What's your favorite movement, Liliana, while you're on this protocol?
Oh gosh, honestly, I just do a lot of walking for me. When I went through the program the first time, main reason was I was so big, my knee was in a lot of pain. I couldn't do anything, not even walk. So I slowly, gradually started walking. So now I actually want to try doing yoga and see how that's going to work for me this go round. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and I just do 30-minute yoga sessions. I get it on YouTube on my cell phone. I know I put one out there on the 180 page, on the Prime Life page. Yeah, just nice and easy, moving the body around, move the body. We don't have to be intense. We don't have to break the body down, but we want to move the body. Cynthia, yes, core does have magnesium in there, and that's why core is really good to take. Core has astaxanthin, magnesium, vitamin C, vitamin D. Everything is in core. That's why it's such a good drink to have, and it's calorie neutral. There's literally no calories that you get from consuming it, because it's considered calorie neutral. If you're hungry, yes, make sure that you have enough water while you're doing it. Especially if you might sweat a little bit more. You might notice a little bit easier, especially when you take core before you go move. You might sweat a little bit more. Make sure we take that water in and really and get it rocking. Your journal, y'all, this is extremely important. Write down in your journal, because if you come to me and go, Jonas, I only lost 2 pounds this week, I'm going to say, let me see the book. Show me what you're eating, right, Liliana? Because you might be eating, somebody out there might be eating salmon.
Yep.
And you go, well, I thought I could eat salmon on every other protocol, not on this one. Right. And so
journal is super important. Yeah. That's something I feel like keeps people accountable, especially if you have like an accountability partner. I know that I do that with my clients. So I'll ask them on a weekly, let me see your journal. What have you eaten? Hold on. I don't see Brussels sprouts on the list. Or, people tend to think, oh, it's green, I can have it. It's a veggie. But with this plan, I tell everybody it's easy. Stick to what's on the menu. Just stick to what's there and you're going to be successful.
Just, stick to what's on it. So we keep it nice and simple. Show us the journal, because that will help you understand the foods that you're eating. It'll help you write down how much you lost from the day before. And it'll just help you get through this all. Setting the tone for optimal weight loss. Not fat loading well. We want to make sure that we fat load. So Liliana, you gained 4 pounds. Beautiful.
Yes.
Not being prepared for specific meals. Liliana, you already went grocery shopping. Phenomenal. Yep. Right? This is... y'all gonna hear me say it again. I always say it. Succeed in planning, plan on succeeding. Fail in planning, plan on failing. Just go succeed in your food, right? I didn't plan today. I had food at home. I didn't think I was gonna be that busy. Oh well, you know what? But I held off. I did what I could. I came home. I had my shrimp and lettuce. Money. Felt really good after that. I was like, whew. I made it. Those are going to happen. I've done this protocol for the last 10 years. I still will mess up. Okay. Nobody's perfect. Liliana, what were you going to say?
No. I completely agree with you. Everything you're saying is right on point.
Yeah. So just get ready for this. If your weight loss is stalled, again, I love the brand that's out there, Renpho. You can get it on Amazon for less than $30, RENPHO scale. It'll tell you everything. So again, don't worry about your overall weight. That's not about everything. Look at the hydration. Make sure that we're consuming enough. Just kind of think to yourself, okay, what's really going on in my body right now? So that way it all works and it all feels good. And then, so we do this for the next 28 days after you're loading. Then we'll go into phase 3. We won't talk about that yet, but we're talking about week 1. So what else did you notice that happened to you in week 1 that you might be like a good hint for everybody that's starting right now, Liliana?
I think week 1, for me, I made sure that I paid attention to what was in the journal. I thought when I was getting my headaches, I was doing something wrong, but I know that was just me detoxing. Week 1 wasn't too bad for me. I'm not a big caffeine drinker. I don't eat too much sugar. My deal was I like a lot of pasta. So that was kind of hard for me to let go the first week, but honestly, I think by like day 5, I felt fantastic. I was sleeping a lot better already. And I kid you not, by my second week, my hair started to grow out more. It was really, really thin. My hair has always been really thin. It's getting a lot thicker now since I started the program. And I think a lot of it too is just changing the things that I was eating before to now. I eat a ton more veggies than what I ever did before. And I almost feel like my palate changed because there's a lot of things I don't enjoy eating now after the program, which is good because a lot of it was all the bad stuff.
So that's called our hypothalamus that changed.
Oh, okay.
So your hypothalamus is connected to the pituitary. This is what says, hey, taste buds, like this, don't like that, because then that will have a direct correlation with your serotonin levels. Your serotonin is your feel-good hormone. So just think about when we're bad. And Liliana, you live in San Antonio, so I know there's been days, maybe we're a little, we had some libations the night before, maybe not feeling the best, but man, I'm hungry. So
Yeah.
we go, there's many taco places around San Antonio. And you go, you know what, let me go get like 3 tacos, 2 tacos, whatever that might look like. And you eat those, oh my God, they're so good. The grease is helping you absorb everything. But then when you're done eating that taco, you go,
you feel sick. Back to sleep. Yeah.
I'm tired. You know what that is? That is a serotonin flush that's just coming down. So the body's getting that flush. The gut, all the blood is going to the digestive system to break down. They're going, what is all this grease? What are
Oh
these
yeah.
flour tortillas? I don't know what that is. So all the blood's going there. You're not getting any blood in the head. So you go, you know what? Let me take a little 5-hour nap. You know who, or a little nap. You know who came up with this? 5-hour energy? Huh?
Oh
Oh, do you
God.
get the 2 p.m. slump? Yeah, it's because you're eating bad. And so as that happens, y'all, it's very scientific. Now, when you go and start eating foods on phase 2, you'll eat and go, I feel great, right? I had my shrimp and zap. I've been on phone calls. I've been pounding everything. I'm like, oh my God, let's get this thing going. I mean, I barely made it on time for this call because business is just moving right now. People are wanting to, they're going, Jonas, what is 180? How do we do this? What's the new core? I mean, I'm over here talking constantly on phone calls with everybody that's getting signed up, ready to get signed up, starting the protocol on phase 2 of the protocol. Everybody's ready to do this. So that hypothalamus is something really big. If y'all just want to look how to reset the hypothalamus in 21 days, it's a protocol like this. So when you do that, Liliana, and you come back to the real world and you're allowed to eat whatever you want, you go, I don't really have a craving for that.
Yeah, I didn't want it. I did not want it. And it was very surprising because I was like, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to have a big old plate of spaghetti. And I honestly went and got it and I didn't want it. I just couldn't eat it. I was like, what's wrong with me?
Where's my cabbage? How come my cabbage used to be my noodles? What are these noodles?
Literally. No, and I can eat some cabbage now. I think I ate so much of it during my first that I just absolutely love it. It's so great. I can eat it with anything now. So I'm glad that I did that first round. I did a lot of learning, so I'm excited for my second round. And see how much I dropped this round.
Yeah, and so I'm just going to tell you right now, like I tell everybody, it's called the sophomore slump. Make sure you don't try and bring anything from your first one. Don't try and bring any little techniques. Go at it like you've never done this before. When you do that, you're going to go, okay, yeah, I got this. Let me just make sure I do everything. But you're doing everything right. You set the tone by getting the foods, cook the foods, have them ready. Get all your to-go boxes ready to go. So that way you can prep all the foods and you're ready to rock and roll. This is how we become successful within this protocol. So Liliana, as we wrap up, what's your goal for this? Is it percent body fat? Is it weight? Is it what's your big
weight?
goal?
Right now it's weight. My goal is 15 pounds. If I could do 20, I will be surprised. But 15 definitely. I'm not trying to lose more than 20, and then I'm going to be at my goal that I wanted to reach. So which was going to be a total of 50 pounds. So I'm excited to get there.
Heck yeah! So yeah, again, on average, women lose 15 to 25 pounds in a month. Guys will lose 25 to 35 pounds in a month if you need to lose that much. Again, some people can do this because they go, you know what? I just want to detox. I'm good. So Tara, I see this, Tara, if you can hit us in the Prime Life Facebook page, you'll get a lot of answers there. You can ask a ton of questions. So y'all make sure that you go to Prime Life, get your people in the Prime Life page. It was the former 180 page. We'll actually change that strictly to Prime Life because we want to talk about all the products. We want to talk about the knots. We want to talk about the core, what it does for everybody. So make sure you get into the Prime Life page so we can have that community answer questions. Feel free to ask questions in there. Liliana, I want to say thank you so much. I'm excited for you to start phase 2 tomorrow. Make sure you go have an extra chocolate shake, not protein shake. Go have an extra chocolate shake for those of us that are in going into week 3.
You know? I know. I feel like I fat loaded so much. I don't want any more.
Good.
I'm ready to get started tomorrow. I'm ready. I'm excited.
That's a great sign of fat loading.
For sure.
Heck yeah. All right, Liliana. Well, thank you for being here so much, y'all. Best of luck to you on week 1. If you have any questions, hit us in the Facebook page from here on out, and we'll see y'all again next Monday for our for week 2 talk for our 180 total body reset protocol. Ready to get y'all rocking and rolling. Coach Crafts coming at you as always. Get your mind right. Thank you, Liliana, for being on with us.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye bye.